Welcome students. In the building materials and construction and planning, we are seeing about the unit 2, we are seeing about the masonry structures, and we have seen about the type of masonry. In stone masonry, we saw what is the rubel masonry and ashlar masonry when we have seen about the different types of this masonry. Then we saw about the bricks, which is a very important, and we can take it is a general man's material, and it is we can see about the English and the Flemish bond, structure bond, header bond, garden bond, like that we have seen several types in the brick masonry. And the third one we have seen the cavity walls. In this class we are going to see about the partition walls. Partition walls are the walls that is mainly constructed to partition two rooms or partition in a room different things like that. Nowadays this is having a very aesthetic view as well as a strong. Right, it is mostly a load bearing or it can be a non-load bearing structure. Okay. So the next class aluminium we have, as I told you already we have seen. So the timber we will see in the next class and the materials we will see in the coming classes. So a partition wall will be defined as a wall or division made up of bricks, studding, glass or other such materials provided for the purpose of dividing one room or partition of a room from another. Okay. So it is a non-load bearing walls. It will not mainly bear the loads. It is a non-load bearing walls. Or the partition walls are load bearing, then it is called as a internal wall. If it is a non-load bearing wall, we call it as a partition wall. If the partition wall is a load bearing wall, we call it as a internal walls. I told you what is a load bearing and non-load bearing. Load bearing structures are nothing but it can take the load from the above materials or above elements, structural elements, and it can take it to the foundation below. It will used for the dissipation of the loads. It will take the load. But the non-load bearing means it will be, as I told you, in a framed structure. This bricks or the masonry, it will be used only for the stiffness purpose. It will not take any load on itself. Okay. So the next one, it is a one of the, we can see it is a partition wall, right? There it is a partition wall. We can go in for this partition wall like that. Okay. So what is the advantage of the partition wall is that it can divide the area into number of rooms, several number of rooms it can divide, and provide privacy to the inmates from the sight and sound. Okay, the visual, the sound, everything it can give a privacy, and the light in weight and cheaper in cost of construction. It will occupy a very lesser area and easily constructed in position. So I repeat again, the main advantage, it can be asked in a small questions. The whole area into number of rooms and the privacy of the inmates from sight and sound. It is light in weight and cheaper in cost of construction. Occupy the lesser area and can be put in any positions. Okay. So what is the requirement of a good partition wall? If I have to go for a good partition wall, what are the things that I have to take into control? The cross section, it should be very thin in cross section if we are going for a partition wall, so that it can be kept in a place where I can move it or I won't occupy so much of space. Okay, so the maximum floor area can be utilized. Okay, in a building, so in a building, if I am going to see now, this is the maximum floor area. If I am going to have a thin partition wall, then the floor area can be used. If I am going to get a big floor area, usable area will be reduced. Provide adequate privacy in room both in respect of sight and sound. Okay, the view, the sound, everything can be, that is privacy can be maintained. It should be like that. Okay, the requirement, the privacy has to be maintained. And the next one, it should be constructed from light, sound, uniform, homogeneous, durable and sound insulated materials, which is simple in nature and also economical in construction, having proper coherence with the type of the building structure. Okay. So what are the other requirements? It should be resistance from fire, heat, dampness, white ants and fungus, etc. So here it is has to be insulated. It has to be very soundproof, then heat proof. It should be nature easy, economical, and fire, heat and dampness resistance, and it should not be affected easily by fungus, and it has rigid enough to take the vibration caused due to the loads. Okay, so if we are moving here and then if it is moving like this vibrations, we won't be so much of comfortable. So that has to be installed, and it has to enough to support the sanitary fittings or other fittings that is there in the given in the partition walls. Okay. So what are the types of partition walls? One is brick partitions, hollow block partitions, clay block partitions, concrete partitions, glass block partitions, wooden partitions, straw board partition, plaster slab partition, metal partition, asphalt cement partition, and double glazed partitions. So there are about 11 types of partitions that we are going to see one by one. So the first one, it is a brick partition. So it is constructed with plain brick, reinforced brick, or bricks knocked or hollow bricks. Whatever the types of bricks that we can use it, and mainly if I am going to have a bathroom, right? So if there is a bathroom is to be provided, and it has to be divided by as a closet and for a bathing area. Then inside I will have a one brick wall. This can be a partition wall. Mostly this wall will be constructed of a bricks, because this will give a strong and it will be soundproof. It won't have smell from one area to another, fireproof, everything. So mostly this type is common in all the homes. It can be constructed as a single, and the closet or the bath area can be separated by a this is a brick wall. Okay. So plain brick partition is half brick thickness, that is not more than 2 meters in height. It will be around to the height of 2 meters, and it will not more than half brick thickness. What is the thickness of one brick? It is 210 mm, so it will be around 105 centimeter. 105 mm will be there, 10.5 centimeter. In reinforced brick partition, half brick thickness reinforcement in the form of wire mesh. In some cases, they go in for a very thin brick partition with a wire mesh on both the sides. It will be looped with the wire mesh. So the steel bars will be provided. Okay. So the next one, it is the brick noggin partition walls. So you can see here, it is there the partition walls. You can see with the help of the bricks how they have constructed. So in between they can have some openings also. That is one of the other advantage of the bricks and brick partition wall. You can see they are going here to safeguard the persons from the other persons to see. We can go in for a partition wall like that. Okay. So in brick noggin partition wall consists of a brickwork built up with a framework of wooden members. Okay. So when we having a wooden member and a brickwork in combination, we call this as a brick noggin partition wall. Brick partition walls are fire resistant and soundproof. The next one, we are going for a hollow block and clay block partitions. So in hollow and concrete block partition, it is built with individual units of concrete. So clay blocks are usually well prepared from clay, terracotta. Mainly the terracotta materials are used, and it can be used along with the hollow block, and we can use it. Mostly the hollow block is of 30 to 20 centimeter, and it is varying by 5 centimeter and 15 centimeter in height. And using the clay in between, we can use it. Even in most of the villages, they use this block. Okay. So here you can see they do not change in the volume, and they are very lighter in weight. So much load will not be taken, and it can be used. It will be also very good to see. The color is very good to see. Okay. So it is the next one. It is the acoustic partition wall. That is acoustic clay hollow partition wall. You can see there are so many of perforation is there. So it will give a very good echo proof. So it can, in the media centers and also where the sound recording is there, we can go in for this. Even in the offices and other things, to separate it from the industries, they go in for this type of partition walls. Here you can see how they are constructing. So this is another type, and it can be either precast or cast in situ. This concrete partition walls can be cast in situ or precast. What is cast in situ is that it is constructed in site. Okay, constructed in site. Where the building is constructed, in that part itself, this blocks will be constructed. This is cast in situ. And the precast is that it is constructed anywhere in the shed or anything, and then it will be transformed to the site. That we call it as a precast. So either it can be a precast or cast in situ. So precast, it can be a light members. We can easily lift it. We can easily fix it. The time of fixation, you can be, that is the time for curing, everything can be reduced. It can be ready made. It can be taken and fixed. Most of the nowadays we are going in for a precast partition wall, and the special concrete posts are used as a precast members. Okay, there are special concrete members there. And the next one, it is a glass partition. This glass partition are made from sheet glass or hollow glass blocks. So it is good in aesthetic and it is allow the light. Mostly it is mainly used in the very posh locations, in the star hotels, industrial, that is commercial areas, where it can provide a very good designs by which we can see partially seen from one side to another, and it also will emit the light, but it can be used as a soundproof, or it is used as a partition from one room to another room. It can be thermally, it can be stable, right? So actually it is good in aesthetics and allow light. This is the main reason. And a damp, sound and heat proof, easy to clean and maintain. Okay. So then the sheet of glass are fixed in the framework of wood or metal. The metal may be a steel or it may be aluminium. You must have seen this glass partition wall in almost all the places. Okay. Hollow block doesn't need timber framework. But this mostly this is nowadays fixed in an aluminium framework. Aluminium is of very light in weight, as you have seen in the first unit. So they are going for this material. So you can see this is a glass partition wall, where from outside we can see what is there happening inside, who are there inside. It can provide a very light, everything. But at the same time it will not, it is soundproof, so what are all they are having. So this is another type of glass. Okay, so it will give you very good impressions. And the wooden partition are lighter in weight and easy to construct. It is neither soundproof or not fireproof, but wooden partitions is also soundproof in some cases. You can go in for a very thick, but usually it is not soundproof. It is not, actually it is not suitable for the damp locations, because as you know, wood is easily absorbs moisture. Okay, there are two types. One is common partitions and truss partitions. The common partitions are comprised of vertical members known as studs, right? So bridged between upper horizontal bed and lower horizontal sill members. Okay, so this is the stud. We can go in for a partition, that is a common partition. It will be a vertical member, and this member will be tied with the upper partition, and it will be fixed with the lower one. So the next one, it is the truss partitions. So the principle of truss is nothing but we are having a truss like structures now, the industrial sheds and other things. Like this, it will be providing a full support to the partition walls. So you can see here, this will have a noggins here. This is a wooden frame. The head plate will be there, sill plate will be there, and the stud will be there. It is one of the examples of the wooden partitions. So here you can see the wooden partition wall. There it is fixed with the sill, and it is fixed with the horizontal layer in the sill and the bottom. It is very good because the wooden partition will be of either it is made up of a very good timber wood, or it is made up of a lightweight wood, or it is made up of the wood with what is that plaster boards, like it is used. So it is very easy to finish. It can be easily finished. It is very good in visualization. It is very good. Okay. So you can even here have the doors in the same colors, so that it will be very good to look aesthetically. But it is not damp proof, and it should be easy. The cleaning process should be taken care. But it is soundproof. Next one, it is a starboard partitions. So your starboard partitions are there. Here you can see. Even it is very, aesthetically nowadays it is used. Okay, mostly it is made up of thick papers or thick sheet of materials, and it is used as a construction materials. It is easy to construct, and it is heat and soundproof partition, but it is easily catching fire. It is not fireproof. Thermally it is very absorbs the temperature, but it is very hard. So here even you can see the starboard with the glass partition. This is a starboard with a glass partition is there. Okay. So the next one, it is a plaster slab. We have already seen about the gypsum plaster board that are used. So this is a burnt gypsum plaster of Paris mixed with the sawdust. Nowadays we are using this plaster board not only for the partition wall. We have seen we are using for the roof and also for the internal walls, everything. So main thing we can use it also for the partition walls. The nails and screws can be easily infilled. You can see in the gypsum board how easily they can fix the gypsum boards. So easily it can be shifted, it is light in weight, it can be attached with iron or timber, anything, it can be kept in position and it can be easily nailed or screwed. You can see it is one of the gypsum board which is attached with the expandable metal. The next one, it is a metal partition. So you have seen the metal partition in almost all the places. Okay, the metal partition may be a steel or it can be an aluminium which is mixed with either a glass material or any other material, and it can even give a very good strong, that is, it is strong, very good partition, and it can be easily cleaned. It is only one thing is that corrosion has to be taken care, but it is fireproof, it is thermal proof, it is good non-conductor of sound, right? Okay. So the next one, it is the asbestos sheet. All of us will see the asbestos. Asbestos cement sheet is used. It is light in weight, it is impervious, durable, watertight and fireproof. Asbestos cement sheets are made up of asbestos cement sheet, asbestos fibers. Cement sheets are made up of asbestos fibers and fixed into the timber framework. Usually they are seen it in the side walls of the temporary structures or in the industrial structures, and nowadays asbestos we are not using because if one person is living inside the asbestos sheet for 20 years, he would definitely get a cancer. It was proved. Sheets are placed in position and joined by cement mortar and most adapted in the works of the temporary structures. The double glazed windows. So it is air space between two glass panels will be there. So it will be a good soundproof and thermal proof. Nowadays they are using for double glazed windows because from inside we can see outside, but outside they cannot see inside. At the same time it will be used for the air conditioning room. It can transmit the vibration at the low frequency. Okay. So this is one of the double glazed doors which they are using, and it can be strong than the single glazed ordinary glass windows. Glass doors everywhere they are using. Nowadays in most of the buildings, even at the home they are using. The next one, it is a movable partition used where the walls of a room are frequently opened from one floor to the large other floors. So there are three types of partition. One is sliding only. The sliding or folding like this. Okay, one by one it will be folded like that, and it can be extra expandable, or it will like have a screen and it can move up. Like that it can be used. Mostly where it is used to move from a small room to a large room. So we can have a this type of floor. Then we will be opening. Then we can enter like that. Okay, you can see the chute type of rooms. You can see here, right? It is a sliding and foldable type. The last one we will see about the rolling of. This is a portable partition where the mobile folding partitions which are temporary walls. And what is the three common advantages that it can be reducing in the size, it can be cost effective, and it can be easily fixed, and in the classrooms and the arenas or some other marriage halls, meeting halls we can use it. Okay, mostly I told you in a conference hall, corporate office, hotels, everything they are using it. So these are the different types of the partition walls, the foldable types or the sliding types, everything they are using in the offices and other things. So in this class we have seen about the partition walls, and we have seen what are the different types of partition wall. 11 types we have seen, and we have seen where it is fixed and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the each partition wall. Next class I will see about the timber. Thank you.